Okay, so this is a Genesis game that not a lot of you probably know about. It's called Pulseman, and it was originally released in America on the Sega Channel, but it didn't get an actual official release until it came out on the Wii Virtual Console in America. It had obviously been out in Japan this whole time. And the game's actually made by members who made the Pokemon games. The actual company, Game Freak, made this game, and so there's numerous references to Pulseman in the Pokemon series. But it's a platformer game, and the thing that I really loved about it as a kid when I got to play this on the Sega Channel was that it has incredibly unique and colorful and abstract backgrounds and enemies, and just the general design and feel of the game is really, really neat. Something, though, about the storyline, as a kid, I never actually understood what the hell the storyline was. You know, I'm just like, oh, it's just something, you know, it's just a game where you run around and blow crap up, you know, who cares? But I actually looked up the storyline the other day, and holy crap. Okay, so what's going on here is this dude created a virtual, like, life form inside of a computer. He created an artificial intelligence. But he fell in love with this artificial intelligence that he called Sea Life, I guess, and so he wanted to be with her. So he digitized himself and made himself into a computer program. Then he connected into the computer. You know, he went to the computer, and then he actually had sex with this Sea Life and made a computer kid that was like half human, half Sea Life. And so that's what you are. You're Pulseman. You're the kid of the scientist that created your mother, which is the original artificial intelligence, Sea Life. And yeah, so that's the storyline. But here's the thing, is your dad went insane from being in the computer. And I would say if you digitize yourself into data and then go into a computer, that's probably going to make you a little bit insane. So here is your father coming out of the computer, and he's turned into some crazy Dr. Wily-looking dude, as you'll see here. And that's the storyline. Actually, he kind of looks like Astro Boy. That's probably an obvious nod to it. But so yeah, so now he's bent on taking over the world. And so you have to stop your own father. And so this is definitely a case of... yeah, it kind of reminds me of that game that I had Elise play called Irisu Syndrome, or Irisu Syndrome. And it's one of those games where, like, on the surface when you play it, it's just all like, oh, it's cool stuff, you know, it's a platformer game. But then you look at the actual storyline, you're like, wow, this is kind of fucked up. And so, yeah, so that's the storyline. So we're gonna get into playing it here. Some of the gameplay there you saw. And so he gives you a little victory sign there, and then he gets the fuck out. So right here you get to actually pick what order stages you want to do, which is pretty neat. And this chick here on the left, I believe, I didn't actually look up what she was. I think she's like either another Sea Life or something like that, or like a helper or something like that. I don't know what the hell she is. But you can pick between the USA, the India? What am I talking about? USA, India, and Japan. So we'll actually go with USA first. Yeah, America! America, yeah! Alright. No, I don't actually think like that. And so, yeah, so you, this is actually a unique stage. Not all the stages are like a chase stage like this. But here's the way that Pulseman plays, is you float on air like this. Obviously, no, you don't. But you have your normal attack, which you get by pressing the B button. And that just does a little slash thing, and it's just sort of like a hit. And by the way, you can only take like a few hits before you die. So that kind of sucks, actually. You only take about 2 or 3 hits. Oh, wow, I can stand on top of it? Okay, no, I can't. I'm dead. Well, that is a good showing. Thank you all for coming. No, I'm kidding. So that's your normal attack is B. And then you can press down and B to do this kick thing. And here's something not many people know about this, is you can press up and the B button to do a move where you were completely invincible during the entire duration of the move from start to finish. 100% invincible. So I'm guessing they didn't advertise this too much in the game, because for bosses like this, it's essentially 100% broken. Because you cannot be harmed while doing this by anything. And it's really broken on the last boss, by the way. But anyways, I'm going to try and play legit with this and actually, like, attack him here. But the main aspect of Pulseman is that you can double tap a direction to get an energy charge, or you can just run fast. You can just continue to run and then you build up an electrical charge, or maybe it's a computer charge, I don't even know. But you do that. See, look at the backgrounds, dude. This is just crazy. I mean, you can see obviously why I like this game. But so that's the main attack. but then you can double tap and you do that dash, and you're invincible while doing the dash too. You travel through any enemies nearby. And if you do this and you press attack now, you shoot out a sort of like a bolt thing. And so that obviously does more damage, but the main whole signature attack of Voltman, which some of you who play the Smash Brothers series, I personally don't, but apparently this is what Pikachu's ultimate attack, the Volt Tackle, looks like. And when he does it, and he says, it sounds like he says Vulpix to me, but when he does this attack, I guess he's saying Volt Setter, and I guess it's really similar to Volt Tackle in Japanese, so it's kind of a reference to that. Pikachu's ultimate attack is a reference to that. Alright, fuck off already. Let's see you press it here. Look, she's still getting all butter, I'm waiting. But that's the thing right there. He turns into a ball of lightning and he shoots upwards like that, which kind of seems lame until you get into an area with a lot of walls, and then it becomes very obvious that it's stupidly powerful, which I'll show you here once I can actually get to a place like that. Like, see, let's try it here. See, it's not too good of an example, but yeah, it bounces off walls. So there'll be areas in the game that are purposefully made for this, where you can basically bounce around indefinitely, and the attack doesn't quit until you have stopped hitting something for a duration of time, like until you haven't hit a wall after, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds. So this will keep up all day. This can go on all day, so this is why it's stupidly powerful in closed rooms with a bunch of enemies, because you can just lay waste to them. And the only way to get rid of it is to press the A button again. So here I got more heart thing or whatever. Why does she look like she's disappointed? This is also a way that you ascend platforms in the game, is to do that. So you kind of have to do that in some levels. And the glass-looking pane things, you can just bust right through. That's what you're supposed to do with that. But, yeah, that up kick move is ultra broke. That is super duper broke. Because it basically makes all bosses in the game completely, like, worthless. Because it's just, you just throw that out there and it's like, oh, have a good day. You know? You can't break that with your normal attack. You can only break it with, can you break it with this? No, you can only break them with your A, huh. I swear to God, it sounds like he's saying Vulpix when he does that, though. See if I can make it through there. No, I have to do that one. Come on. I see, like, right here, you could jump on here, but you're basically supposed to do this. And then you can also activate that ability. Oh! I was about to say you could activate that ability in midair. But, yeah, and now I'm all the way back at the beginning of the level, which blows. So I have to go through all this again.